What's up, y'all? Christopher Smith here. Problems with the Police, League of Dads Radio. You can check me out on the League of Dads TV or YouTube. You can check me out. Problems with the Police. You can send me an email at problemswiththepolice@gmail.com. You can also send me out a text message, 570-730-9349. It is August still. I'm still having the free school supply giveaway. We are sponsored today by Mary Steam Carpet Cleaning. A couple of weeks ago, in the wake of what was going on in St. Louis with Michael Brown, I started this podcast, Problems with the Police. As I stated to individuals before, I went to school for law. I sued the police department twice and won. I took a matter to federal court by myself without an attorney and won. My family sued the police department and won. When it comes to knowledge of the law, that goes deep in not only in my family, but deep within on an individual basis as well. I started with that opening with my law resume because I get a lot of individuals. They look at my podcast and then they want to reinterpret it the way to make it fit for them, to make it twist and bend to apply to their problem as well. So I'm going to touch bases on this edition of Problems with the Police with your host, Christopher Smith, podcast. Cheesy backdrop, still here, same thing. I'm just doing it right in front of, I collect toys and stuff, and I'm sitting down now. The other ones I was standing up. Wanted to sit down and be a little bit more relaxed. Another story. So I'm going to give you a situation. I'm going to give you a scenario, a problem that you may have with the police. After all, it is Friday. It is the 29th of August, and we are embarking on a Labor Day weekend. So a lot of individuals are going to be doing a lot of driving. So I am going to give you a scenario. And that scenario is you are driving down the street. Notice there's a cop behind you. All of a sudden, the lights come on. If I can give you a scenario, if I can give you an understanding, back when I was a little kid, there was a show that came out called The Dukes of Hazzard. And Roscoe P. Coltrane used to pull over Bo and Luke Duke in the killer-ass 68 Charger, the General Lee, and would say, Bo and Luke, they would say, well, what you pull us over for, Roscoe? And he would say, you got a tail light out. And then they would go walk around to the back of the car and no tail light to be out. And then Roscoe P. Coltrane would kick the tail light out and say, you got one out now. Funny thing. My point is, when a cop approaches you from behind, he can only judge you on problems that are from behind. For example, tail light out, brake light out. License plate light out if it's at night. If a cop pull you over, the only thing from behind, I gave you scenarios before about a cop, y'all coming to each other, then once they see you, they bust a U-turn. Not talking about that. Pay attention to what I'm saying. Strictly talking about cop run up on you from behind. Now you got warrants, so you're scared as hell. You know you got warrants. You're driving on a suspended license. You know your license is suspended, and you're driving anyway. Another story. I'm not talking about that. What I am talking about right now is cop approach you from behind and pull you over. What they're going to make it seem like is that they don't know your license is suspended. They don't know you have a warrant. What they're going to say to you is, let me get a copy of your driver's license. Once you say, I am John Jinkles, it confirms, in fact, that the person that they ran in the computer came back as a warrant or license is suspended. It's official. They have confirmation. People, this only works for the individual. It doesn't work if you sit back, let everything happen, go to court, get convicted, then turn around and say, well, he pulled me over for no reason. Doesn't work then. Once again, pay attention to what I'm about to tell you. And then I'm going to tell you why I'm asking you to pay attention to what I'm about to tell you. What I'm about to tell you is, at the time all this is happening, you need to invoke what I'm telling you at the time it's happening. For example, the Fifth Amendment says you have the right to remain silent. You can't tell the cop everything that you did. Then he says, turn around, you're under arrest. Then start reading you your Miranda rights. And then you say, well, I got the right to remain silent. Oh, it's too late. You already told the cop the entire story. If you ever notice when you watch Cops, I'm gonna get off topic for a second. I'll swing back around. I'm good like that. If you ever notice when you watch Cops, watch 5 episodes and you get a clear understanding of how cops work. They'll come up to you. They'll say, be truthful with me. They'll say, be honest with me. You were doing this, you were doing that. The second the person admits to something wrong, the cops don't say, well, since you was honest with me, get the hell on out of here. Beat it. The second that person admits to doing something wrong, the cops say, turn around. It's a game, people. It's a game of cat and mouse. And like I said before, you are a mouse. There's a lot of cats out there with a lot of power. All right. Now, back to what I was saying. You got individuals that don't understand from the direction of whatever angle that the cops pull you over for. That's where the offense needs to be. One time I got pulled over. I was coming this way. Cop was waiting at the light. Coming this way. As soon as I went past him, he swung behind me. This is when I was in Pennsylvania. He pulls up. He pulls me over quick. Throws his lights on quick. He said, I pulled you over because you got an inspired inspection sticker. I was impressed. I ain't gonna lie. I was impressed because the inspection stickers was on this side. It's on this side of the windshield in Pennsylvania. So if he's here and I'm coming, I was shocked that he noticed the inspection sticker. He didn't give me a ticket for it, but I was impressed. So you get pulled over and they approach you from behind. You need to ask that cop right then and there, what did I get pulled over for? Now, 100% of the time, a cop doesn't tell you what they pull you over for. They want to invoke intimidation. So they're not going to tell you. They're going to say, license, registration, and insurance. What you pull me over for? Just give me your license, registration, and insurance. As I told you before, I had a state police in New Jersey try that with me 3 times. And 3 times I said, I heard you, but I asked you, what did you pull me over for? License, registration, and insurance. I heard you. What did you pull me over for? If in fact, you don't ask this question, what I'm saying to you will never work. People, in this day and age, in 2014, everything that's said is being recorded. You need to win your case right there on the side of the road. You need to make everything that you're going to say in court, you need to make the cop understand what's coming. Now, give you a scenario where you don't do anything. He takes you in, arrested you, put you under arrest, tow your vehicle. Now you got a whole bunch of things, whatever you got a warrant for or suspended license for. What you want to mean something doesn't mean anything. They're going to just simply have their way with you. Now, what I am telling you is this. Let's recap. The second the cop pull you over for, this is what I'm telling you. Every time when the cop pull you over, you need to make reference or you need to help the cop understand, I need to know what you pulled me over for before I hand you license or registration or insurance if they ask. Right then and there. Now, if you have a problem with that, you can send me out an email. I had a lot of individuals send me email at problemswiththepolice@gmail.com. And I'm going to talk about some of those emails in a second. If you have or want to talk to me about something, you can send me out a text message at 570-730-9349. Now, people, in the wake of this thing that's going on with Michael Brown, I'm getting a lot of individuals calling me up and they want my take on it. Even though I am doing these podcasts helping individuals understand rights that the police have and how they infringe on your rights that you have. But I am going to say this and I'm not going to ever make a comment about it again. What I am tired of in the black community is every time a black man gets shot, killed for whatever reason, within 24 to 48 hours, then they release his rap sheet. I'm going to say something that sounds so profound. Can a black man that has a college degree, that has a business owner, that has, I don't know, 2 houses, well, 1 house and an apartment, that has, I don't know, 5 cars, I don't know, collect toys, I don't know, collect gold coins, silver coins, collect watches, got a killer watch collection. Can somebody like that get shot by the cops? I'm not following this Michael Brown story. I'm not following the Missouri thing, and I know that the cops are wrong 1,000,000,000%. I know, but I get tired of every time something happened to a black man, negative stuff follows. I'm tired of that. I'm so tired of that. I really, I'm tired of that. I'm sorry. I'm just tired. I think that in life, we need to stop making bullshit our fun times. I have a BMW with Nerd One on the license plate. And when when I drive that car and I'm driving down the highway, I'll look at people and they'll be looking at me like this, like cutting their eye. Like, then once I look at them, why? Because they read the license plate and they see Nerd One on the license plate. And when they see Nerd One, they thinking some crazy, nerdy looking guy, only to look at me and see a beast, a big black, burly black guy, and be like, oh shit, he ain't a nerd. Yes, I am. I'm gonna tell you what nerd means. In the black community, it's unfortunate that what's dumb is smart and what's smart is dumb. For example, you get your income tax back. If you save it, you're dumb. If you go spend it on some rims, you're the man. So nerd don't mean what it means normally as you think. Nerd means N-E-R-D, never, ever resisting dumbness. I just can't resist. Since doing the right thing in the black community is dumb, I just can't resist doing something dumb. That's what nerd means. Never ever resisting dumbness. Now, before I get my 15 minutes, 15 minutes of fame, I'm gonna do this for 15 minutes. I gotta tell you guys something. I'm getting a lot of emails from individuals that are, I don't know, smoking weed, running drugs, doing jacked up stuff, and then trying to imply what I'm telling you here today as in their situation. So let me help you understand something. If you are smoking weed, and the cops roll up behind you, and you're smoking weed, your window is down, they can smell the weed. Okay? They can smell it. Fuck what you think, they can smell the weed. That's what you got pulled over for. You got pulled over because they smelt the weed driving behind you. All right? When they consent to a search, and you say, yeah, you can search my car, or what are you guys doing here today? Oh, or they do the typical. They tell one get out the car, the other one get out the car, and they split y'all up, and then they ask questions. Because of suspicion, then it gives them the right to search your car. Then they find the weed. Once again, if they split y'all up, the only way it's going to work is if none of y'all say anything. But individuals don't do that. They get to talking. All right. They search the car, find the weed. Don't apply nothing I'm telling you here today. Don't do it. All right? Don't do it. You driving a car that and you don't have a license, you don't have registration, nor do you have insurance. Don't apply nothing that I'm telling you here today, or any of the 3 or 4 videos that I did on this podcast in its infancy. Don't apply none of that to your situation. Don't do it. You have a warrant out for your arrest for murder as a murder suspect. Don't apply anything that I'm telling you here today. Don't apply it. It's not the same. It's not the same. You are at the park, you're blasting your music, and the cops approach you and say, turn your music down, or you got your trunk open. The cops walk up to your trunk and start searching your vehicle. Don't apply anything I'm telling you here today. If your trunk is open and there's a noise ordinance and you violate that noise ordinance, you are now under the mercy of the cops. Once again, don't apply anything that I'm telling you here today. All you did was got a free apartment at the county jail. That's what you got. That's what you did equal up to. It don't equal up to you getting off. What you did equal up to a free apartment at the county jail. I'm still giving away free school supplies. It is August until the first week of September. Thank you for checking me out. Problems with the police. Later, y'all.